When we last left off, the party was in the middle of some downtime activities. Warden and Kestrel, you had both gone to the, I wouldn't say the local blacksmith shop, but the blacksmith that you all frequent. You headed down there to pick up some equipment, check in on sales of commission items, etc. Callium, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, he's just been drinking the whole time, hasn't he?
Yeah. Like you have now spent like 6 hours drinking. I need a con save. Ender. Con save. Drinking. Callium.
Your name is Callium.
Alright, Callium, you are drinking.
Yeah.
Corland, you made a roll and were able to successfully tan the gator hides. It's a full day-long process, so again, apologies about the fact that yesterday, last session, you tanned gator hides and nothing else.
Yay.
June, we're gonna really pick up with you.
The exciting stuff.
I found a severed head.
You decided to wander around the town, headed over to the docks district, found a few ships docked in the area right right in town. There was a few like very normal ships, a really nice ship, and then a ship that looks like it came straight out of fucking hell. You decided to investigate the ship out of hell. It was covered in slime and looked really old and worn and rotted and decrepit. You kind of staked it out for about an hour, didn't see anyone come and go, and snuck on board. At which point you picked your way into the inner cabin, started investigating a desk that was there. You saw room for 12 crews sleeping. Saw 3 forms on some of the cots, and decided to go investigate a desk. At which point, yes, you found a rotting, severed head in one of the drawers, and we'll pick up with you. You have just released your mage hand, dropped this head back into the drawer. What are you going to do?
No, I remember exactly what it was like. I just gently put it back down, and then I closed the drawer, because that's what I did. I remember that for the entire time we were gone. The image of the head floating back down.
What are you going to do?
And I'm pretty sure no one's going to mind me if I look at the other and the other drawers. I mean, who's going to be upset if I do that? No one. Probably. Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna try to open the drawer on the other side?
Yes. But I remember what happened last time. So I'm going to do it, but sort of like crouching. So I'm like not directly over the thing when it opens.
Okay. Yeah, no, you crouch down so that you're not like directly over this drawer when you pull it open, and you give it a tug, and it's locked.
What does that ever stop me?
Okay.
Except for that one time it stopped me, but we're not talking about that time.
What are you gonna do?
Hmm. Is it like visibly locked or like secret lock? Like there's no visible way that's locked.
Make me an investigation check. Just kind of giving a once over this locked drawer. It's locked. I mean, there seems to be a keyhole on it. That's about all you can tell.
I doubt anyone's going to come in here. It'll be fine. I can probably try to open this keyhole. Lockpicking time.
Alright, make me a Thieves' Tool roll. Okay. I'm also going to need a Dexterity save. Okay, yeah, you kind of bend down and start getting into the lock. It's not as difficult as the lock to get into the cabin. It's a simpler lock than that. It's still a bit more complex than you would expect to find on a ship drawer. And you're kind of focused on picking it, and as you kind of feel the last click, there's kind of an extra click coming from the side as a tiny little needle shoots out. You take 1 poison damage.
Yeah, just kind of reach over, pull it out, and look at it like, that's weird. Weird. And drop it, as I'm immune to poison.
Okay.
Weird. Huh.
But it is unlocked.
Apparently someone really didn't want anyone to open this thing. That's been old. What's the chance that there would be 2 traps on the same drawer? It's fine. I can open it, it'll be fine. There's no way there's 2 traps on the same thing. It's fine. I'll open it then, yeah.
Alright, you're just gonna open it?
Yep. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It's fine. Open.
Okay, yeah, you open the drawer.
Has to be something good in there if they've hid it.
There's no kind of puff or cloud from this one.
Alright, I got my glowing stick. What's in the drawer? What's in here?
Taking a look into the drawer, I'm gonna need a few things from you here. The drawer seems, for the most part, to be empty. However, as you're kind of rooting around and searching through it, you do find tucked in the back a small metal brooch. I'm gonna need 2 things from you. I'm going to need a perception check, and I'm gonna need an intelligence check at advantage.
Let's see, perception. And intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of pull this brooch out, and immediately it kind of strikes you as familiar. It's covered in kind of the same almost sense of decay and the same kind of moldy slime that everything else on this ship is. It's almost like it's been here for, probably 15, 20 years just sitting. But you feel like you recognize it from somewhere. It's kind of hard to make out with how dirty it is.
Let's see. Kind of hard to remember. I have like 7 cantrips. I gotta remember which ones of these I have. Yeah, pretty sure this one. Let's see. It's the right pit. Yeah, this one.
Okay.
It has the cleaning function because I remember Kestrel using it to spam on people.
Liberally.
Liberally.
Yeah, you cast Prestidigitation on
Try to clean it off a little bit.
on the brooch. It has no effect.
It's weird. Do I have to have like a... Did I pick up a rag anywhere to staple it to my armor? I don't remember.
I mean, you could
I'm
always,
looking through my stuff.
you always use your clothes.
Nah. I'm not that disgusting. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll look into it.
Okay.
Would it be blasphemous to use holy water to try to clean it off? Is that a thing?
And
I mean, that's entirely up to you.
I heard a story about some guys from my church that used holy oil to bake bread by accident once.
Was it holy?
Evidently. Like, there was no real consequence for it. It was just a funny story.
Let's see. I'm sure no one mind if I use I just thought about I was trying to find something in the environment to use to clean this off, but I remembered what the environment is. So that won't work, right? Let's see. I might as well try to.
Try to what?
No idea. I have no idea what to do with any of this stuff. My next thought is try to see if Kestrel can clean it, because she seems really good at that.
Prestidigitation. It's a spell that most will have.
Okay, well, while you're sitting
I have a
here,
spare pouch.
while you're sitting here, kind of examining and thinking over this brooch, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The 3 O's.
Oh, it's magic.
The 4 O's.
June, you're kind of sitting here looking over this when you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you hear a couple of words muttered that you can't quite make out. You kind of spin around and you see How tall is June?
Okay, June is... Wait, 5'6".
5'6" or 5'8"?
It was actually like a specific little note thing that I did. Like, June is 5'6", Alte is 5'8". It's actually
Okay.
a very odd thing that I describe when he transforms.
Okay.
No one ever cared enough, so I kind of stopped mentioning as much.
I never knew, so.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
you ever,
yeah,
men- I
actually,
don't think you
specifically,
ever
like,
mentioned it.
The main thing is the fact that, yeah, he's back, like, makes a very loud series of popping sounds as he does grow 2 inches taller. So, like, his spine is suddenly breaking somewhat.
Well, that make much more sense. I thought it was just a weird part of the transformation.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that either, so.
Yeah,
The more you know.
most that was kind of mentioned enough.
Yeah, June, you spin around and you see a figure standing behind you, roughly the same height as you, a couple inches taller, dressed in a dark robe, a hood pulled up, and 2 faintly yellow gleaming eyes, kind of reflecting in the light of your branch that you're still holding down near the desk cabinet. They seem very off-putting, very strange compared to the normal eyes and reflections you've seen in darkness, etc. But they almost feel somewhat familiar to you. And before you have a chance to bring the branch up to really get a good look at who is on this ship, you kind of start to feel heavy, your eyelids kind of bagging down. And as you fall unconscious, the last thing you can hear...
I have 2 ways that I cannot be forced unconscious.
I didn't say sleep.
I prepared twice over for the specific situation. I hate you a little bit.
Hate yourself for this.
I'm curious why he would. Please continue.
As you kind of feel yourself kind of fall unconscious, before being able to see who this is, the last thing you are able to hear is almost oddly familiar voice. Rest, June. Don't interfere. And that's the last thing you're able to perceive.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Were you able to hear what I said, or?
Not really much else you can... yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay, you heard someone say, "Rest, June, don't interfere," and then you fell unconscious. Warden and Kestrel, what were your plans after you finished up?
Well, we had... I knew we wanted to do this. We wanted to... I think Warden wanted to visit someone about something. I forget.
So, before I spent all my money on this very shiny new crossbow.
All of your money and half of Kestrel's money, you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
More than half of Kestrel's money.
Yeah.
Just an FYI, 2/3 of it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of tapped out for doing anything else, pretty much.
We did want to go and I think try and get a hold of Truth, see if he could find anything out about the information that you wanted. Just see why he hasn't responded to people. Wanted to go see a weaver about the silk. I forget, did we find somebody that was interested in the egg? Or would that also be at the Sorcerer's Tower? That's what it was, yeah. Somebody there
Yeah,
might
that was
know.
that's what it was. That was at the Sorcerer's Tower. That was why we were headed there.
And also Truth.
Right.
So
figure out what's going on with him.
Silk first, since it's closer probably, I think. Is it?
Yes. From what you were told, the Weaver is still in the outer. They're not in the inner portion of the city, but they are closer into the center wall.
All right. So let's go there first, then to the Sorcerer's Tower.
And I'll just be tagging along with Kestrel for most of this.
Yeah, you were told that there was a weaver's shop called Taylorobey that was run by an individual by the name of Yithis.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone didn't put that in their notes, I will put that name back in chat for you.
I did put that in my notes.
I anticipated you would have.
What are notes?
Yeah, I expected
Guys,
nothing
okay.
less.
I posted in the Discord. Look at my notes for the sewers.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm sorry, I have permanent on chest.
Notes in sewers. Spiders, oh god, why? More spiders, how is the city functional? Rock rubs, strange creatures in sewers with glowing fleshy caves.
But I wrote,
He wants to go kill more of those things.
You are not wrong in the slightest, actually. Okay, what are you guys doing? You're making your way over to Taylorobey?
yes. You're welcome, by the way, for the thing that I have not previously considered opening as a tailor shop, just for the name.
Okay. Yeah, no, you want to head over to the Sorcerer's Tower. The tailor shop is on the way. It takes you about 15, 20 minutes, kind of walking down the roads. And you do eventually see kind of a small, like, inlaid building, whereas the rest of the shops and the buildings are all pretty uniformly lining the road. You do see a small sign for the tailor-made clothery shop, kind of inlaid in a bit, almost hobbit hole-like in the entrance. Except, a building rather than, an actual hobbit hole.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm just looking at how much silk weighs. This is a rather hefty quantity of silk.
I will say one other thing you would notice. While the other doors are generally like pretty uniform, like single door, you go in, it's your typical door. This is a double door going inside of this shop.
Like a swinging double door, or?
Yeah, it's like a swinging double door, roughly 6 feet high and about 8.5 to 9 feet in total across.
Ender, a popsicle will fulfill both of those needs. But that is a rather large door. suppose I knock then.
Okay, it's kind of hard to knock. The doors are kind of swinging open as you try to knock on them ever so slightly. I mean, it seems open.
Yeah, if they're just swinging in as I knock them out, do a little rap on the wood to like say, "Hey, I'm here," and then walk in.
Okay. You walk in. It seems like despite the outward appearance, a relatively fine, high quality clothier's shop. You see your traditional, especially up front, your traditional, more casual clothing for travelers or for, common people.
Mm-hmm.
But then as you kind of look further into the shop, which goes back roughly, say probably 40, 50 feet. You can see some, like, a wall that has some fancier evening wear, dress wear, long evening gowns and dresses, fancy tuxedos that you might only find nobles wearing. Even some of them that are like, this isn't even your everyday fancy wear for a noble. Like, this is like you're going out to like the playhouse in the inner city for, a performance type apparel. And you do see about 2/3 of the way in, kind of more towards the fancier clothing, a wooden counter. You can see like some looms and other devices used for weaving that I don't actually know the names of, kind of set up behind it. And you see what looks like an older elvish woman sitting behind the counter, kind of working on something.
I'll go up to the counter. Pardon me, are you by any chance Yithis?
She kind of turns to you. Warden, are you following him?
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of staying in tow with her. I'm her slave now, so.
I need both of you both of you make me intelligence checks at disadvantage.
Oh, that's not good disadvantage. Yep, we're great. We're great at this.
Okay.
Best team ever.
Well, I have a -1 to my intelligence. What's your excuse?
Yes, I am Yisthus. How can I help you today?
I was wondering, I heard from the blacksmith that we frequent that you were quite good with fabrics, and I had come into some rather exotic material that I was wondering if you might be able to turn into some fabrics.
Well, everything here is custom made by me. Perchance, what type of material did you come across? I might be able to do something with it. What type of wear were you looking for specifically?
I'm not entirely certain. I like a lot of your pieces here. But I wanted, before I really entertained any idea of what sort of thing could be made from it, I wish to know what it could be used for. And I start to pull out a little bit of the phase spider silk. We got some of this silk from some winces a little bit. Rather
looks from,
annoying spiders.
Yes, that looks like it would come from the face spiders. It's a relatively uncommon material to come across. But I could make you a lovely. She kind of like looks you up and down, kind of sizing you up. How much do you have on you?
From my
What-
items, I have.
Yeah. What egregious
4
amount of face spider silk did I give you?
Okay, I have 4 pounds of face spider silk.
Holy fuck.
And incredibly high quality silk measures approximately 1 ounce per square yard.
I could certainly make you, yes, I could make you a very lovely evening gown if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for some type of more casual wear, I could make you a very fancy dress.
I am hoping a little bit. I would love some dresses if there is enough material for it, but I do acrobatics routines, and I pull out some of the tassels that attach to my armor for my routine. And I've noticed that these are getting a bit old, and I use them for a more visual impact during my routine. I was wondering if you could make something similar that flows and shows a lot of the emotion of the acrobatics.
Yes, no, I think I should be able to make something of that nature. Might take roughly about a half a pound of the silk. I would still have enough. I would need to use, if you're looking for a dress or gown of some kind, something more formal. It might take me a couple of pounds to make that. I could make you some very comfortable, slightly more functional. It might be a bit more expensive, but I could make you some more form-fitting casual clothing as well. Maybe something to wear under your armor.
I think what I went through to get this and I rather like how it shimmers. I would rather have it for something more something to wear to socialize rather than to fight in. Meta note. Does and this is just a thought. Because it occurs to me that most clothing is not several pounds. Does that sound right to me? Because most clothing does not take several pounds of material. I mean, maybe from start to finish, but I'm not sure. Like, how the weaving process is.
Make me a general
Perception. She's swindling him.
Insight, intelligence.
Yeah, make me make me a general insight check, or insight or intelligence.
I'll just go for the intelligence then. I'd say 23. I wish I had advantage for all those. Every time I get the equal ones, I'm like, man, I wish I had advantage. It would be so ironic.
Yes, from what you know, accounting for clothing, men generally can lose about 2.5 pounds, and women can lose about 2 pounds.
Okay, so like 2 pounds for a single outfit, half a pound for Okay.
Passes.
So showing her the amount that I have, I was curious if perhaps after if I do get something that is more of a more of a flowing dress for social events and things of that nature, there might be something left over for some other small item, a pouch or a neckerchief or headband or anything of that sort.
Certainly, there's more than enough if you choose to make a dress. There's more than enough here to make at least a handful of other smaller items or other less material intensive clothing.
Then I think perhaps what would we be looking at in the range of prices?
That would depend on how much of the original luster of the material you might be looking for me to try and preserve.
Is it, and forgive my asking, I am not entirely familiar with your craft. Is it more difficult to preserve the luster of the material?
Depending on what you're looking for, I could use this to make you a very nice basic dress for anywhere from roughly 40 to 50 gold pieces. If you wanted something a bit more elaborate, something a bit more fancy, a bit more custom fit, a bit more functional, could run up to 250.
And she did say gold, right?
Yes.
250 gold. Okay. Well, my current budget is in the range of about 50 to just under 100 gold. I may come into some more later. This one, and I point a thumb at Warden. This one knows me a bit, so I might have more later. I'm not sure. But perhaps we start with the work on the dress and then see about the others once I am able to obtain more funding for it.
Certainly. So just the basic dress with the materials, yes?
I was hoping for something slightly tailored, not quite to the level of some of these. The work is exquisite, but I do not think it is within my price range.
Meta, how much are you looking to spend on it?
Probably in the zone of like 50 to 80 gold.
Okay,
Which, by the way, is a redonkulous amount of money in this universe, but still, it seems like this place has really nice dresses, so Kestrel wants them.
I mean, you're going to get a phase spider silk dress too. I'm picturing that being a Disney princess gown at this point.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining it would be really cool, and so actually I can describe this in character.
Yes, no,
Is there any way that perhaps you could? You said it was more difficult to maintain the luster while still making it a very functional piece of fabric. Is there any way, perhaps?
Speaking, yes.
Is there any way in which, with a mostly basic dress as a base, you could make it a little bit more form-fitting, and then some of the edges could be a little bit more flowing with some of the more lustrous material?
I'm sure I'd be able to manage something of that nature, yes.
Roughly how much do you think that would cost?
That would cost you... that would run you 55 gold pieces.
All right, that is entirely doable. Perhaps could I get the tassels made as well in a similar manner, transferring from a less lustrous to a more lustrous at the tips?
Of course, that, were you looking for it to be processed in the same manner?
I was thinking so, yes. It's more with the tassels, it's just more about the visual impact while I am flying.
Okay. I would be able to, take care of that for, 10 gold.
Well, that sounds entirely well, more than reasonable. It sounds quite good, yes. And I will then say, you have a deal. And I will hand her 65 gold and 8 pounds of spider silk. I will
Okay,
just leave
both
the-
of you make me, as you hand over the gold, kind of puts it into the register. As you hand over the silk, both of you make me a perception check.
Normal?
Yeah, normal. Okay.
My rolls are looking great again tonight.
Yeah, no,
You
Warden,
got this.
all good. Yeah, no, totally fine.
Okay.
Kestrel,
Okay.
you notice something slightly off? Almost as if the silk is sitting maybe a half an inch above her hands. And the way it folds doesn't quite line up with how she's holding it.
I don't notice this, though.
You do not.
Okay.
Okay, let me just put that in my notes because I, on a meta level, am fairly certain I know what you're saying, but
Yeah, it's like if you held up both your hands and you kind of like laid like silk across your hands, like the silk is sitting slightly higher than it should, and like the folds and where it would fold over your hands is slightly off-centered.
Hmm. Warden, would you mind waiting outside for a moment? I would like to ask something of Yithis in private momentarily.
Very well. And I step outside. But, like, just outside, so I'm kind of just standing right next to the door.
Okay.
Guard style.
Yeah, you can't see in. The doors are full doors. It's not like, you know, Wild West saloon swingers.
No. I'm also not peeking in. I am, very robotic, just staring ahead.
But yeah, you get a couple of odd looks like the fuck. But yeah, okay.
Pardon my curiosity, but I did not want to ask. I do not think that Warden noticed. Are you by any chance using an illusion currently? No. If I am out of line asking this, let me know. But I said I am curious, especially if I am doing business with you.
Make me a persuasion check.
Don't screw me, dice. Oh, hey, that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
You see, Yithis kind of look back and forth, briefly and kind of wave you a little bit further towards the back. She walks back towards a couple of more intricate machines with the silk you're carrying, or she's carrying that you gave her.
Right.
And you see she starts to kind of set the silk up and prepare it to process and start to weave. And she looks back at you, and for a split second, you see where her face is, sitting probably protruding out about 5 to 6 inches from where you saw her face previously.
Mm-hmm.
This very hard, bristled, arachnid face with these eyes that protrude out ever so slightly and are patterned across. And almost for a second it looks like one of her hands that's holding the silk is more of a more spider-like limb.
That sounds fun.
Kind of creepy.
And as
That does make sense.
Yes,
Oh.
she is a spider folk using an illusion to appear as an older elvish woman.
Oh, I can
Hey, works for me.
certainly understand your desire for privacy. If it makes if it makes any difference, at least now I understand a bit more about your knowledge of weaving.
I would appreciate your discrepancy in the matter, though I am
Discretion.
Shush! Though I am
I'm with a bunch of
impressed.
birds.
I am impressed that you managed to see through it.
Well, I will certainly keep it on the down low. If anything, I will. The only thing that I would tell anyone is that I am quite certain you know your way around silks, especially.
I appreciate it.
Well, we do have some other things we must see to. Thank you again for helping me with getting this dress made. I really do love your pieces. They are. If I get the funds for a few, I may be coming back for more customized pieces.
Well, I appreciate it. As I said, I made many of them myself.
On a meta level. Oh, okay.
It makes sense now.
It makes more. Well, it made sense in the moment, but it makes more sense now.
I swear to God, I actually thought that from the beginning when you had us make that intelligence check at disadvantage.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
to
Not that
see
she was
through
a
the
spider,
illusion.
but that she was something else.
I kind of
Right.
thought you were leaning towards Drider, which would be very strange.
No, not a drider.
But it makes perfect sense. I actually really like the idea.
Well, this makes my sewers notes seem terribly, terribly racist.
Don't show her those notes.
They don't even exist in world. No,
They don't.
well, it was nice to meet you, and I look forward to seeing what you make. And I will
A pleasure.
nod to her and go back out into the street and see Warden. Thank you for giving us a moment of privacy. You know,
Not a problem, boss.
good old talk.
This is not going to get old anytime soon.
No, it won't.
Yep. Yeah, no. No, it won't.
You have your own robot butler now.
Oh,
Who apparently can take shit like a motherfucker.
and yeah, she did tell you that it would take probably about a day for that to be made.
Ooh, we could pick it up before and get it to in my stuff before we go out. Oh, I know what I want to do with the leftover silk. Actually, that would be really, really good with the outfit. Okay.
You sound like you're heading back in.
Yeah, I head back in just real quick.
Alright,
She's
well,
heading into the driveway, and she's already gone. I just turn around, put my back to the wall again, just stare forward.
give me 1 second before you head back in. Just so you know what you're getting for your 55 gold.
Oh God. I'm interested to see this.
It is up to Kestrel to share it with you after she receives it.
Okay. Whoop. What the heck happened
Interesting. Of course, I'd presume something more fitted to her and with like some sort of like sleeve drape things would be
Sure.
appropriate. Yeah. Dude, I will share with the rest of the Discord because I don't particularly mind for any reason. Dude.
Okay.
Presumably that same pattern is going to be on the edges and
there?
whatnot. An interesting use of the blue to white shift, I would say.
Very nice.
I've been
I can see
spending
that being a Kestrel type dress.
I've been spending our conversation searching through Google Images.
I have definitely not done anything like that ever in my time as a DM. Nope.
Never.
Anyway,
on making death saves. I'm nervous now.
I don't know either.
Because I'm dying.
of boredom?
No,
Of
I'm
heat.
dying.
Of
Oh.
alcohol poisoning. Oh,
Yes,
heat.
that
Yes,
too.
that makes more sense.
I
For the-
had... okay.
For those of
Here's
you
what I've
confused who are watching, Callium's player is currently in 100-degree weather.
I have an ice cold venom that I keep putting on my head. I had top shelf fridge cold pizza for something to eat. I have
I
a
hate
fan
you.
on me from below, and I have the AC on the back of my head, and I am still dying.
Oh.
Sounds like how it was in our house. Azim, you remember 2 or 3 weeks ago when it was like that stretch of like 95, 105-degree weather?
Oh yeah.
And our AC was out Monday through Thursday.
Ender, I think you're really kind of stretching this out a little bit because I'm working with a lot less, and I'm not kvetching.
I don't do good in the heat.
Okay, but
I don't do good meat either.
But
You
back
don't
to
hear me pissing
D&D.
and moaning.
But back to D&D.
Get it back, people.
The
Alright, I head back
the-
into the shop.
the tassels and kind of decorative ribbons and such that you will get, they will be a kind of pale off-white that when seen in the right light will almost shimmer with like a pearlescent rainbow effect.
Awesome. I'm gonna head back in briefly, and go up to her and say, I just had the thought what would go perfectly with the tassels for my performances. A scarf.
Oh, yes, I could certainly do a scarf for you. On a meta level, would you like them in the same style as the tassels?
Yes,
Or of the...
yeah.
Okay.
Same as the tassels because it's meant to be part of that outfit.
Yes, no, I could certainly do that for you for... Oh, call it... 20 gold?
Certainly. And I will enter 20 gold. And that
Yes.
will presumably use up the rest of the silk. Also, I love roleplay, but there's a part of my brain that's screaming at me that I just dropped 85 gold in an economy where gold is more valuable on an outfit.
Yes, on nice clothing. You will have 1 pound of silk left.
Okay.
It will take
Ooh,
her.
I
it
know
will
what I
take her
should do.
roughly 2 pounds to make the dress. A half a pound for all of the tassels and the ribbons and the decorations to kind of go all over your outfit, and then another half a pound for a very nice, long kind of flowing scarf. It'll be nice and wide. You can fold it over and form it as needed. It'll be roughly long enough that Kestrel would be able to kind of shawl it around her shoulders and have like a little like foot-long piece coming off the back, and then the main body kind of going down like probably to your knees.
Okay. Yeah, that was sort of what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, and just to confirm, I believe she said it would be done by tomorrow.
The dress will be done by tomorrow. It'll probably be another day for the other 2 items.
Okay. I will probably just come pick it up in 2 days if we're here that long. Actually, I will tell her as such, and I'm not going in character, this is just logistics. I will tell her that if I'm still in town after 2 days, I'll come pick it up. If not, I'll be back to pick it up after our next mission.
Certainly.
Or I'll be dead.
Well, I certainly hope not.
Oh, so do I. But, after a certain point, you start to just be a bit more realistic about this. If for any reason I am unable to return, feel free to put these up for yourself.
Well, I hope I shall not have to do that, but I appreciate the kindness. Are you sure you wouldn't want these sent to your next of kin if something would happen? You did just drop 85 gold on an outfit.
You know what? Actually, yes. I think that there's one of my sisters who might enjoy such a thing if it were come to that. Ark, I think she would appreciate this outfit. I think.
Okay, I will say for logistics purposes, you tell her your address and family name, etc., and some point of contact that she could try to reach it. Yeah.
Yet another reason Kestrel doesn't judge like a spider folk for her race. The entirety of her family.
Your family, yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I can sum it up as. Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. Yep. No. Come back out. All right. This time we are good to go.
All right. Where are we headed now again? Didn't we have something to do with that egg you found?
Yes. I heard that there might be someone interested in it for study or hatching or what have you at the Sorcerer's Tower. And I was hoping to head in that direction anyway to try and check upon my brother Truth. Our family has not heard from him in a bit, and my mother is starting to get worried about him. So I figured while I'm there, I could check on him, make sure everything is fine, figure out why not if everything is not fine.
All right.
Organize a raiding party if everything's not fine.
On a meta level, if everything's
get us killed.
I was gonna say, on a meta level, if everything's not fine, I'm fairly certain that it's not something a raiding party will fix.
Not unless we manage to get a whole bunch of friends.
I'll have no fury than a woman's wrath, especially if it's a mama.
Unless it's up against the single most powerful mages organization in the city.
You know, I know Corland's not here right now, but that just made a good point.
Okay, so you guys make your way towards the gates to the inner city?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you get up to the gates going into the inner city. It's the same large, ornate, wrought iron, like double-barred gates that you recognize from the last couple of times you've gone in. You see 2 guards, heavily armored, standing watch in front. As you guys approach, they kind of hold up their hands and cross their spears down in front of you. Hold there. What business do you have?
We were hoping to visit the Sorcerer's Tower. We had received word that something we found on one of our adventures might be of interest to them, and we simply wished to see if it was.
Do you have an invitation?
No, we do not.
Do you have any papers allowing you entry?
Meta question: do we still have those papers?
No.
Oh, wait, no.
Tho-
Truth had the. Truth was the one that got that. Yeah. And that
Those
was the one-time
papers
thing.
were given to the guards, and they did not give them back, but they did get mind controlled by them.
Oh yeah, the weird psychic paper thing. Right. Okay. We do not have any papers. Is there any way that someone could reach out to the tower and ask if they might be interested?
Can you give us your name and where we might be able to reach you?
I am Kestrel Whitsorrow. You could reach me at either the Adventurers Guild or the Whitsorrow Residence. If I'm not at one, they will know where to find me at the other.
Like, I recognize that name. You're the you're Tasha's kid.
One of many, yes.
Alright, well, do you mind if we ask what you found that you're trying to bring to the tower?
We were able to retrieve an egg of a phase spider, and having heard that there are interesting arcane properties that they have.
Recoil.
Yes, that was my impression of my initial impression of our encounter with them as well. But we were able to manage to recover one of the eggs intact, and I know that they are of significant interest to certain people who study arcane biology.
They kind of look at each other. Who are you? They kind of point their spears over at you, Warden.
I keep my hood as low as possible, and I am Warden D800.
Make me... you roll me a d20.
Oh, just a straight D20? Oh boy.
That spells trouble.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Half of the dice.
I am given to understand that we are seeking a Delvin.
No, Warden, we are not seeking
Oh.
Delvin. Delvin is within the other part of... The Delvin
Oh.
was the one we were working for with that other artifact. This is just wishing to see if there's anyone interested in this in the tower.
Right, shit, sorry.
And then perhaps if
boy.
one of you might know, has my brother been this way at all? He wouldn't. He was offered a opportunity to study at the tower.
I haven't seen your brother at all. Make me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Okay. Still a 16.
Not too bad.
Okay. And they kind of look you both over. And finally kind of look at you, Kestrel. If you need to head to the tower, you can head inside. We can allow you entry.
Very well.
They're giving Warden some sideways glances.
Warden, could you perhaps go make sure the others know where I am and that they should probably expect me back by the end of the day?
Very well then. As I just kind of turn on my heels and start slowly walking away. And I head towards the clank, 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 clank.
They
And of
notice.
course, they're actually really perceptive. They might see Jorha still squirming around underneath my hood a little bit.
They didn't see Jorha, but you didn't do a great job of hiding yourself.
Yeah, my rolls are not usually the greatest.
It's okay.
Delph.
But yeah, I start heading back towards the guild hall for right now.
Okay.
To check in with June, Callium, Corland, and I think that's everybody over there. Yeah.
Yeah, except
Kestrel,
June isn't there, and Corland is probably tanning something, and Callium is drunk. This ought to be fun. Anyway,
Tanning hides. Take that in whatever context you want.
Kestrel, you head inside and start making your way over towards, I presume, the Sorcerer's Tower.
yeah, there's no real reason for me to do anything else at the moment here.
Okay. Warden,
Yeah.
you make your way back towards the Adventurers Guild.
After about a good, I'd say, 5-10 minutes, I glance back to see if there's any guards possibly following me.
Make me a perception check.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I finally got a good roll.
You don't see anyone.
Alright. Kind of liven my step up a little bit, so kind of speed up just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, no, you walk for another 25, 30 minutes, make your way back to the Adventurers Guild.
Alright, step inside.
And you're greeted by a pretty unique sight. You see a form that you can vaguely pretty much recognize as, because I believe it would have worn off. Double check. Yes. Yeah, you see June, kind of lying unconscious on the ground outside of the Adventurers Guild with a strange mask on his face.
Well, I will first head over to June and kind of doing the whole doctor thing of like checking pulses, lifting up the mask, or trying to lift up the mask to make sure he's breathing and stuff like that.
You do check his pulse. Make me a medicine check.
Okay. Hey,
Yay.
finally getting good rolls! Yay!
He seems to be doing okay. He doesn't seem injured in any way. But he does seem
Okay.
to be unconscious. You try to lift the mask up. It's almost like it's cemented in place.
I kind of recoil for a second, look at my own hand. How can I tell that somebody has a pulse when my fingers are made of metal and wood?
Because you passed the
It
medicine
scares me.
roll.
This scares me. Anyways, it's good to know he's not dead. I shake him on the shoulder gently. Hey, dude.
Alte, you
Is it Alte now?
you don't know who Alte is, Warden, I believe.
We've met Alte before.
Did you meet Alte after they freed you?
Talking.
Yeah, it was once.
Alright. Yeah, Alte,
That's not normal.
you kind of
Matter
get...
of fact, it was Alte that was out when we saved him.
Wait, what?
Okay, yeah, Alte, you get shaken awake. Kind of come to see Warden. But you kind of looking around quickly. You're at the Adventurers Guild outside of it. And you are being shaken up by Warden.
Hey, June. Oh, is it Alte when you wear the mask? Are you okay?
Okay, Discord stopped responding. But just Discord.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Can you hear us?
Actually, not even just Discord, just this call. Rest of Discord's fine.
Heh.
Can you hear us now?
Now I can. Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
it.
Alright, yeah, just a quick recap for you. You are being shaken awake. Alte, you are being shaken awake by Warden outside of the Adventurers Guild.
Hey, June. Are you alright? Or, wait, is it Alte when you wear the mask? Hey, you
Yes.
okay? You look a little out of it. Or I think you look a little out of it. I can't see your face. Take off the mask, will you?
And what wouldn't you do? Kind of try and push himself up, sitting.
Yeah, no, you physically seem totally fine.
I'll take off my face when you take off yours. Whatever
Take
you
off one of my
are.
face plates.
You're sassy. I like that.
I put my faceplate back on.
Where are we?
We're outside the Adventurers Guild Hall. What happened to you? You get drunk or something?
I don't like alcohol.
Heh. Then why are you unconscious outside the guild hall?
I'm rather sure I'm awake right now.
Well, at least you don't look like you're hurt or anything. Come on, let's head in and check in with Callium and Corland. And I kind of try to help him to his feet a little bit.
I'm completely and utterly ignore you. Stand up by myself. I have no idea who you are, beyond the fact that you're present.
Alright, you like to pretend like you're a different person whenever you wear that mask.
Sure, let's go with that.
Happened here. Come on in. Wait, which one are you right now? Are you June or Alte?
Alte.
Altis.
Have we met?
At least once before, technically. The rest of the group told me that whenever you wear the mask, you take on the name Alte. Although, I got to say, are you taller than you were before? You look like you're a little bit taller.
No.
Heh. Strange. Well, come on in. If it helps at all, in case you're, I don't know, acting or not acting, it's okay. We've gone through stuff like this before. Come on in.
Odd. How did anyone tell you about me? As far as I could tell, this group doesn't really care enough about each other to even recognize each other off of a distance.
Can I please be nearby to hear that and answer?
Yeah, you can be like kind of off to the side of the building.
Oh well.
I'll just call out. Just cause we all act like assholes don't mean we don't pay attention, you idiot.
I'll look around real quickly to see where that's coming from.
Sounds like it's coming from around the side of the building.
Oh, there you are, Corland. What are you doing out here?
Or then we'll just jab a thumb to the tides that are almost done tanning.
You're still around the side of the building. So are the hides.
Or then we'll just look around the corner and say, if you want to know, come take a look.
I change course and start walking towards Corland, and I just look at Alte real quickly. I mean, you can come with me and go see Corland, or you can head inside and take a table while the rest of the group gets back together.
Callium, make me a Constitution saving throw. Also, reduce your money by another 18 copper.
What? Death saving throw?
On! Yeah, you're drinking.
You ain't drunk enough yet.
You've been drinking for like, at this point, probably like 7.5 hours.
Has it really been that long?
Yes.
Wow.
Question here is really, what rate is he drinking at? Is it like just sitting there occasionally nursing a beer, or has he just been like downing shots for 7 hours straight?
You tell us, Ender.
I told you before, I was just drinking at a normal rate.
Yeah, so he's kind of just nursing a a pint every now and then.
So he's been drinking at a normal rate for the past 7.5 hours straight.
I mean, that'll still kill you, but, you know.
But he's part dragon person. Out of curiosity, Alte, do you try to remove the mask when Warden removes his faceplate?
No.
I mean, that was part of the deal here. Come on. You can't back out of the deal now just because somebody else actually met you on your gamble.
The other part didn't try and force it, so no.
Okay.
But if it's me more not to, so whatever.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Alright, so I head around to go see Corland. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, June.
June very rarely ever lets me out. Why in the world would I ever willingly give up control again?
Wait, June doesn't like to let you out? I don't understand. What do you mean? Still walking towards Corland.
Yeah, just go find her, whatever she's doing, around the corner.
That wasn't a she. It was a he.
Oh.
He claims to be a halfling, but I'm pretty sure he's actually a dwarf.
Say that again, kick your ass, metal man.
Alright, the morbidly obese halfling.
That's better. Wait a second.
What
You want legitimately 250... You want 250% the average body weight for a halfling.
Aye. And it's all muscle. You wanna find out?
He's not wrong, though.
Yeah, so stepping out of the
Anyway.
corner, we see Corland still working on his hides.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be pretty well and good taken care of. He just needs to leave him for the rest of the day to finish processing.
Kind of lightly inspect his work. Very impressive. How many skins did you end up getting?
Oh, I had about 14 pounds of the hide.
That sounds like a decent amount. You planning on trying to make clothing or just more backpacks out of it?
Actually, pretty good of our team actually asked the request.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Kestrel.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Hey, but I get to try and be funny and familiar with people.
I'm sorry.
No, she asked to see if I can make her a new quiver out of some of it.
Ah,
I figure the rest, since I may not have enough time after I make that, I might take on over to the leather workers. Get myself a pretty penny for pretty penny for the stuff.
Yeah, you had a really good role for canning it, so.
Yeah.
oh, about Kestrel, actually. She's on her way to the magic tower thingamajiggy, where her brother works at. She's gonna be doing a couple of errands, says she'll meet us back here, whenever she's done with that, sometime tonight.
How did things go with the silk?
Sounded pretty good. She's getting a new dress out of it, and I think some tassels for her outfit for while she's flying around.
Not bad, not bad. It will definitely work for her other profession.
I'm also now her slave for the foreseeable future.
Okay, can I please have Corland possibly be like drinking out of like a flask or something, so we can do a spit take for that?
That would
Sure.
explain your gurgling earlier.
Sure, 4 copper.
Oh god! What the hell? What the shit did to get your ass enslaved?
I pull out my nice scorched wood hand crossbow. She kind of bought me this. I didn't have enough money for it on my own, and well, it's a really nice crossbow.
Holy shit! That is nice. No, I agree. I'd be her servant too for a piece like that.
Yeah, you can kind of see why I'm now indebted to her for a very long time. It's almost 200 gold.
Very long time. You'd be lucky enough if you ever get out.
That's usually the way
Kestrel's
most
a good
are.
one though.
I don't see her abusing me.
Just like I was about to say, Kestrel's a good one. She wouldn't be trudging down here with the rest of us adventurers if she was like the rest of them in the mid city.
Exactly. I don't think I have to worry too much about her. Though I definitely do owe her more back.
Hey.
Anyways, shall we go check on Callium since you seem like you're mostly done here?
I kind of checked on him earlier. Yeah, not a pretty sight.
Oh,
Corland, you also noticed that June has his mask on.
Flip the coin now, did we?
What?
stop drinking out of your mug while you're talking.
And I'm just saying you're your other.
Oh yeah, he was also passed out in front of the guild hall earlier. He said
Which
he
is
didn't
still-
drink.
Which
But-
itself is rather interesting, as it's physically impossible to knock me unconscious.
No, it's impossible to put you to it's impossible to put you to sleep.
Sleep and unconscious are basically the same thing.
No, they're
not.
not.
Really part of the difference.
Resistance to sleep is more of a magical resistance. Somebody could still come up behind you and get you with a good blackjack.
Wait, why would somebody hit you with a blackjack over the head?
Knock him out, of course.
What was he doing that he got knocked out?
I don't know.
I tried
Last thing I remember, last thing I was aware of from his perspective before my connection cut off was investigating a ship that has been abandoned for presumably 10 years.
He was inspecting a ghost ship. Where at?
No, normal ship. Just a normal ship. Bunch of dead bodies. Down by the harbor.
Huh. That is strange. And something that knocked you out?
Well, knocked him out. Hopefully. I really don't want to abandon this body.
Now I have to ask, Illiren. When June is in control, can he talk to Alte and vice versa?
I've been slowly implying the fact that they do hear each other.
Okay. Alte,
Well,
just so you're aware, you cannot hear June.
so let me see if I can gather this right. June was on the ship investigating, gets carved out, wakes up as you. Am I correct?
Yes.
Sounds like you saved his ass.
Oh, true love.
Oh, well.
Should we perhaps go and inspect this ship along with Alte here? Find out what happened? As I'm looking to Corland for this.
If Alte's gonna go on back there, I ain't got much else to do for the rest of the afternoon. All I gotta be is back here by the evening to go ahead and pack this away. Just need somebody to keep watch over.
Turn to Alte. Would you mind at least showing us this ship that you found?
Maybe. It's by the dock and it looks odd. I think. He's also trying to clean scum off of it.
Trying to clean scum off of it? What?
Off of
Like
something, I
barnacles?
don't really fully know.
What's he trying to clean off?
I don't know. I'm guessing barnacles if it's on a ship.
He doesn't touch on my magic as much anymore, so it's kind of hard to see. Something like a medallion, I think.
Wait, there was a medallion on the ship?
He was disguised. Tried to figure out that there was a ship. Created a light, and then tried to clean a medallion.
Certainly interesting.
Was it while he was cleaning the medallion that he got rendered unconscious?
That's the...
I turned to Corland. That sounds like cursed item. Which makes how many cursed items for June now?
Enough to make anyone down there on jealous.
I'm starting to get a little bit worried about our friend June here. Perhaps we should inspect this ship for his sake at the very least.
He makes very poor decisions. Myself being one of them. I think.
I mean, you're here now, so, you know, that's a good thing, right?
Like I said, it sounds like you saved his house.
And like I said, through love. I kind of start walking back towards the entrance, peek my head into the guild hall to look for Callium, seeing him by the
He's drinking.
bar, I assume still. Hey Callium, we're headed to the docks. Do you want to come?
Ender your Callium.
Oh, he's muted himself. He's not here.
No, I'm fine. And he keeps drinking.
Alright. Well, I turn back, headed back around to Corland, and Alte, at the very least, I'd appreciate it if you showed us this ship, while Corland and I, and perhaps if you so desire, to join us, investigate it, and see what exactly happened to you and June. As it sounds like whatever happens to him does impact you to some extent at the very least.
Sort of. Now, where are the docks around here?
Good question. I lean back into the to the guild hall. Does anybody know where the docks are?
Corland, you would know where the docks are.
No need to ask the people. I know where we need to go.
Never mind. I turn back around. Alright, lead on then.
And you all begin making your way down towards the docks. Kestrel!
Make my way downtown.
Oh my god. Kestrel.
Yes.
You make your way into the inner city, past the gate, kind of weaving your way through the streets. You eventually find yourself in front of the Sorcerer's Tower.
Real quick, before we push that, do I at least find somebody to keep watch over my my hide so that nobody absconds with them?
Yeah, easy enough. The staff at the guild are willing to keep an eye on them for you.
Cool. Thank you.
More specifically, it's not quite just a big mage's tower. It's a very large campus within the inner city. If you're kind of facing it, there's the big main entrance where you are. And it's more of like a large college campus. Almost very similar to the Adventuring Academy in that sense. Except there are 3 distinct large towers that kind of spire up over everything else. One to your left, one to your right, and one a little bit farther back in the center that's larger than the other 2.
All right. Do I have any idea of what the structure of the campus is, or
Do you have any idea of what the campus is? Sorry?
how the campus is organized or anything like that?
No, you have never been here before.
All right. I will see if I can find someone that looks like some sort of information desk, or someone who just really looks like they know what they're doing. And
I mean, there are a few people kind of milling about.
Well, I guess I'll just walk up to them. Pardon me. I was wondering if you might direct me. I was looking to see if someone was interested in arcanobiology. I might have something for them.
Arcanobiology, I mean, what specifically do you have?
An egg?
Yes, no, you, okay, yes, you would be looking, let me pull up my notes here. I have it written down here somewhere. Sorry, give me a minute. Where the fuck did that go? Ah, yeah, here it is. Sorry, I had to find it in my notes. Yes, no, you would be looking for a high mage's hoodoos.
All right. Where would I be able to find him? Also, please put that in the chat.
Alright, give me a second. I have to reload the tab here real quick. This stuff stopped working because Roll20 is great. Any day now, Roll20. Let me know if you can see that.
Alright. Hoodoos.
And I totally misspelled high.
No high mage, hoodoos.
Yes.
High Magus or High Magus?
Magus.
Okay. Is Magus his first name or the title still?
Magus is a class of mage in a lot of things.
Okay.
It's his title.
Yeah, that's totally metaing, and I had no idea.
No, that's fine.
Right. Do they tell me where I can find him?
Yes, no, if you, there we go. If you head over to the, and they point to the tower to the right, if you head over there, if you head, one floor down, that's where he has, all of his research, equipment and all of the stables for all of his magical pets and beasts and such.
All right. Thank you very much. Also, I do not know if you might know. Have you seen a blue tiefling about yay high? Goes by the name of Truth.
I'm sorry, no, I haven't.
All right. Well, thank you. And goes to go to this tower and go down a floor to find the labs, which presumably will have someone there, because if they didn't, that's just bad security.
Yeah, you make your way over to the right tower. You head inside. The room you're in is roughly 60, 70 feet across, 60, 70 feet deep, perfect circular shape, and completely empty.
Wait. So, the room that I was sent to, that they told me to go to, where everything was supposed to be, is just completely empty?
No, you head into the tower. They told you that High Mage's Hoodoos is one floor down. So you head into the tower, and the ground floor totally empty.
No stairs or doors or...
Not at all.
Absolutely no defining features of any type.
Taking a look around the room, it's made of this very interestingly colored grayish blue stone. It almost seems like it's an interior layer to the exterior, just stone gray walls that are made in kind of the uneven, like cut stone blocks. The interior is very uniform, almost modern day brick style construction, but it's made out of this grayish pale blue stone.
Okay. Out of curiosity, were there any balconies on the tower?
Heading outside and taking a look up, you can see a couple of windows here and there. No balconies on this tower, though. If you look off in the distance, you can see the center tower has some balconies on it. But this tower just has a couple of windows.
Right. I guess the more, polite thing to do would be, I'm gonna go back to those people and ask them about that.
Yeah, no, you're able to catch up with them pretty easily. Yeah, sorry, yes? Did you need something else?
Oh, I was just wondering, I am not familiar with the campus itself. What is the primary method for moving between floors?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, no. If you just put your magic into the formation, and just think about what floor you want to go to, it'll take you there.
All right, I will give that a shot then. I go back
Okay.
and I
You do not
Try
see
and-
any discernible formation.
try and just connect to my magic while thinking about the base of the floor I want to go to.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a terrible roll. I'm actually proficient.
I mean, it takes you like 5 or 10 minutes, but eventually you kind of are like, I don't see a formation, and you just kind of start to like let your magic leak out, and it gets kind of sucked into the walls and the floor and the ceiling and the stones, the bricks that make up the inner part of this room kind of begin to lightly pulse. And as you kind of think about the room you want to go to, you kind of blink, and the next second you look around and the pulse from these bricks are fading. But you find yourself in this very chaotically organized, almost like office. There are multiple desks covered in papers and binders, and chairs are kind of half at the desks and half kind of tipped over on the floor, and there are some cages with strange creatures you've never seen before kind of moving around inside of them, and there's a big door to one side of the room that seems to almost be like a jail cell door that's bolted and barred on the inside and closed. And you see kind of this short gnome kind of sitting at a desk with a very wiry pair of glasses on his face. He has a very frizzled white hair and a white mustache and beard that kind of goes down like almost halfway to the floor. If he was standing, kind of hunched over a desk, kind of scrawling notes, kind of in a manic manner.
Pardon me.
Ah, yes. What can I do for you? Who are you?
Oh, I am Kestrel Whitsorrow. I am looking for a High Mage's Hoodus.
Yes. No, that's me. Another Whitsorrow. It's nice to meet you. What can I? Yes.
I came across something recently in one of my adventures that I was told.
Show it to me. What did you come across? If you were directed, there are only a few people who directed me. No one really directs anyone to me. What did you find?
Okay, I pull out a phase spider egg.
He just kind of runs forward and grabs it. This is fascinating. This is a phase spider egg. I have never seen it. He kind of immediately just kind of tunes you out and just kind of walks over to a desk and kind of puts it down on a small pedestal and starts kind of spinning it around. He kind of flips over like 4 more layers of glasses on one eye and is kind of squinting at it, and it just begins scrawling again in a notebook.
Sir, as fascinating as I am sure it is,
It's quite fascinating. I mean, we've never had an actual face spider egg here before. They're very hard to find. You don't really find face spiders anywhere in this part of the continent. Yes. Can I have it?
Perhaps I was wondering if you might be interested in purchasing it.
Purchasing? Yes. No, that makes total sense. Here. He kind of runs over to a big like satchel, and he starts just tossing stuff out. It's a big size like satchel for like a satchel, but like he tosses out a backpack and then another backpack and then like a bunch of cages and some manacles and like a couple other satchels, and then he pulls out like an entire like group of like robes and equipment, and like he's probably at this point pulled out like 10 times the size of this satchel from this satchel. Then he finally pulls out a bag. Yes, here, and he hands it to you.
What kind of bag is it?
The bag he hands you?
Yes.
Like a kind of ovaloid brown, like
So like
leather.
a sack bag, not like a
Yeah.
like okay. I gingerly take it from him and look inside.
Inside you see 30 platinum.
Yes.
Okay. Why? Yes, this should be more than enough. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And he just runs back over and goes back to work, just inspecting this egg.
If I might ask, as I pocket the 30 platinum,
Am I out of debt yet?
no, but I have significantly less reason to collect now. So you have more time. I said to him, I did have one question. My brother
Yes.
had been here.
We the questions. We all have questions. Questions are wonderful.
Yes, and I would hope for an answer to this one, but I do not know if you know it or you know who might know it. You said another Whitsorrow? Have you seen my brother recently? He has been out of communication with the rest of the family.
I mean, I know you have many brothers. I've met your mother before.
Oh, yes. No, I thought from the context perhaps. Truth was recently enrolled here.
Truth? I mean, I know lots of people like to tell the truth. Lots of people don't like to tell the truth.
Oh, to be more specific, my brother is a tiefling named Truth.
Don't know him.
Okay. He was brought to the tower on the, as far as I know, under the supervision of Lord Eldrin.
Yes, Lord Eldrin Malice. He's one of the High Mages.
Do you know perhaps where he might be that I could talk with him?
Don't know. I
Okay.
don't really leave. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, there's no problem. But,
He is having this entire conversation, not even looking at you. He is just continuing to write in his journal and spin this egg.
Well, I certainly hope that you're able to find out much from this egg, and I bid you a good day.
No answer.
Then I go, significantly richer.
That is not incorrect.
He wanted that egg, and he did not even bother to check how much money was in that bag.
I am very glad I kept the face spider egg. Wow. Okay, I just really did not expect that. Okay,
No longer D&D poor.
no.
I'm glad I got to roleplay that character too.
Yeah, no, it's fun when you can roleplay characters that have that energy.
Eccentricity?
He doesn't have energy. He has like levels of manic.
That's what I meant, but yes. Righto. I think would go and see if I can find anyone who might be able to direct me towards Lord Eldrin Malice. Presumably, since he is the one of the High Mages, someone should know where he is, or where to find out where he is.
Okay, for the sake of time, roll me a general perception check. Okay. You do manage to come across a couple of people, but there's not a whole lot of people like wandering around at the moment. And you look for about 20-30 minutes. The people who you do find, one of them has absolutely no idea where he would be,
Okay.
and the other person will not tell you. You get the impression that they know where he is and are just not willing to divulge that information.
Okay, to that same person, if you do not know where he is, or if you are not able to tell me, could you perhaps take a message for him?
Of course. What can I do for you? What do you want to tell him?
Simply that my brother Truth was brought here under his recommendation, and we had not heard from him for a while, so our family is wishing to know if there is anything going on that is preventing him from communicating, or if he is simply being busy with the research work.
I will be sure to pass that along. And he kind of slips into one of the nearby buildings and blinks out.
I don't think he's going to pass that along. You hear shouted from a very, very far way away.
Okay, everybody that's with Warden right now, roll Constitution saves as your ears get blown out. Am I right?
Alright, and let's take that opportunity before we hop back to the party that's heading over to the
Cursed ship.
the ship. Let's take a quick 5-minute bio, drink refresh, food, etc. break, and then we will come back for the second half. We are going to pick up with everyone who is heading off to the ship.
Yay!
Ender, you were gone when they asked you if you wanted to go to the ship. Do you want to go to the ship with them?
It's probably evil.
Might get us killed.
You can bring your
There's a very
drink if
high
you want.
probability of us dying.
Yes, you can
You can
bring
bring
your
your
drink
drink.
if you want to.
Am I still muted?
Nope, you're
No.
not.
We can hear you.
I'm
We're
actually
just talking
going
to
to
each
mute
other.
up briefly while you guys are doing this.
Say that again,
Sure,
Ender?
But I said, sure. He'll go. My
Okay.
headache's finally going away. And I'm also enjoying this nice shredded roast beef with caramelized onions and Spring
Okay.
Creek barbecue
Well,
sauce.
Callium is going with you.
Lord, that sounds good.
So the four of you make your way, following Corland, back through the city over about the course of roughly about an hour, to get back down to the docks. You guys arrive and you see all the ships docked. You see the walled off area where the military operates out of, and the city's navy. And you guys kind of look around the docks, Alte especially. You kind of look around for this ship that you were on before. You see the large, big flag-masted ship, and then you kind of continue down over to where the ship was, and you do find a ship that looks just like the one you were on. However, it looks basically brand new. There's a few people kind of milling around the deck, kind of carrying crates.
Yeah, shot of this was the ship we were supposed to find.
It's a ghost ship.
I repeat my previous statement.
I want to investigate and see if it's a ghost ship.
That don't look like no damn ghost ship.
Make me a perception check, Ender. It's a ship.
The ship is made of ship.
Well, shit.
Like, it's not dilapidated, it's not rotting. It's the exact ship that you were on. Except it looks like it is basically, like, probably seen, it's like almost brand new. It's seen maybe like 1 or 2 voyages.
I put my hand on the ship.
It's made of wood.
I push the ship.
You what?
I push the ship.
It's really heavy.
I am a dragon. I push the
seduce
ship.
the ship.
It's really heavy.
Yep. That's a ship. That's a very nice ship.
It is
Too
a
nice
really,
ship.
it's a really nice ship.
Callium scratches his chin. And then he swings up for a punch. He's going to punch the ship.
Oh my gosh.
Not involved.
Why?
Alright,
we
yeah.
three are standing back away from this and just
I'll take 2 steps back.
Yeah, the rest of you take a few steps back and away, kind of just pretending like you're just looking at the ships at the dock. Callium, you walk forward and you punch the ship, and a few chunks of wood go flying off, and someone leans over the deck. And what the fuck you think you're doing?
Gotta make sure it's not a ghost ship.
It's a fucking goat. It's a fucking boat. Get the fuck
Come
out
down
of
here,
here!
get out of my face, bitch!
And you see 3 people with crossbows now pointed at you on the ship deck.
Oh, what, you wanna go?
Oh no.
Guards! Guards!
We don't know him.
He's
She's just gonna look at the rest of the group. So, we don't know him, right?
I'm not sure who that being is, actually.
As they're
I thought we
calling
had an
out,
orc in the group.
you see a couple of the city guards start to look around, and seeing the commotion over by the ship, they start to kind of push their way through the crowd and make their way over.
I mean, personally, I do not want to spend a day in the goddamn tank, so, you know.
Is
You also
anybody
gotta
good at-
realize you asked a guy who's been drinking for 8
Yeah,
hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, we kind of let him go and didn't think about the consequences too much.
If I'm
No,
gonna
we
be
didn't.
drinking for 8 hours, I'm gonna play that I've been drinking for 8 hours.
Oh no,
That's
the
fine.
rest of us are trying to figure out like, crap, how do we salvage this situation?
Oh, that's easy. We don't. We just mitigate the damage to ourselves.
As the guards are making their way over, you see their spears are out. Hey, stop where you are! Shouting at you, Callium. And the rest of you can see now a couple more guards coming from the other direction.
About how many guards total at this moment?
Coming towards the ship.
The ones that are already close enough to Callium and the ones that are on their way.
Looks like there are 3 guards that are already pretty close to Callium, and it looks like another 3 or 4 are on their way.
Okay. I turn back to Corland. Yeah, no, this is not going to go well unless we can somehow talk his way out of it. And
Let me almost look like Kestrel.
I'm just going to say that I am a walking metal machine, so I do not have charisma.
Yeah, let's just let the drunkard get his due.
I feel bad for inviting him along now, but oh well.
No, in the Warden is losses sooner or later.
Right.
So, Silent, how
What
much
the
do
hell
I
you
have
got
in the
now
drink that I
got
brought with me?
information? But there's no
I'm hearing
question.
multiple people talking. A lot of it's not in game. Ender, what are you saying?
How much do I have left in the drink that I have in my hand?
About half.
Callium's gonna chug it and then fucking roar at the top of his lungs. He's
Oh,
gonna
it's
try and
not-
intimidate everyone.
Roll me intimidation.
Oh, that drunkard's gone and done it now.
As you let out this just bestial roar, the normal people who are on the docks kind of step back and start to scatter, and you see the guards kind of take a half a step back, and then they start yelling further down, and you can now see more guards from both directions beginning to rush in. It looks like there are probably about 15 to 20 guards now coming towards Callium.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure that's a good nat 20.
As all of the guards are now pulling out spears and crossbows and beginning to aim them at Callium. Put your hands in the air! And one of them is going to come up and try to grab Callium and begin to try to put manacles on him.
Callium's gonna rage and then just start walking away because he's like, fuck this.
Okay.
Oh, this is not going to end well, and I am enjoying every moment of it.
Is this how we... Are we gonna watch a murder? Is this gonna murder happen? Can I get my notes out and... I should take my notes out. I'm gonna take notes, yes.
Yes, well, then.
Yes.
I'm trying to give you a head insight on the dumbass.
Let's see.
I'd like to. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not going to because I am a walking robot and I don't feel like approaching a guard directly. Never mind.
Oh, none of us is approaching this situation.
Hold up a second. I need to math.
No,
Oh, no.
I'm not saying going like into a fight. He's raging so that if they hit him, it ain't gonna do shit.
Oh god.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk.
There's a
straight
lot.
through the guards.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of that happening right now. Hold on. I need to math.
Oh boy.
Need some math?
Yeah, whenever mathing has to happen, it's not going to be a good time.
Okay, there it is.
Math.
That's bad. Where did that dice go? I need to re-roll that because I don't know where it went. I just stepped on it.
Ah, you know where it went now.
That's not good. Okay. Callium, as you kind of go into this rage, kind of throwing the guard off of you and beginning to try to walk away from them, they are going to strike out at you. The guards that are around you are going to attack you with their spears, and the ones that were further off are shooting their crossbows.
Okay.
You take, and I don't have enough dice to roll this simultaneously.
Oh gosh.
Now here's the question:
Hey,
how
I
many of
was
them
just
actually
saying
hit
something
them?
about this.
How many of them hit you?
Yes.
You are hit by 5 spears, an additional spear critically, 2 crossbow bolts critically, and 3 crossbows.
Okay.
So everything hit you.
Yeah, but you
3
also got to remember everything's cut in half.
Why? There it is. You take. Oh boy.
There's also like a lot of cards.
I think I counted 8 or 9, maybe, when he was doing that number.
Those first ones are hit.
That's good food.
7. So much does crossbow do?
Well, Silent, you wanted more, more role-playing.
I don't think this is quite what he had in mind, but, good job. I'm feeling a little bad for accidentally getting Callium killed.
Nah.
And it's cut in half.
Yep.
You take 44 damage.
Cool.
Oh,
They barely broke half my health.
Wow.
And as you begin to walk away, the guards that the ones that have been approaching second, the reinforcements they called in, have now formed what looks like a spear wall in front of you, as the guards from behind are beginning to form one behind you. The rest of you are kind of right in the middle all of this. People are still trying to run out. What are you all doing?
I'm just kind of finding myself a place just to watch the spectacle.
We're not exactly running away from it.
Corland's just sitting on the robot's shoulders, watching the chaos.
Oh, yeah, I picked Corland up and put him on my shoulders.
Heck yeah!
Like a
Sit over the
kid.
crowd.
Like a kid at a fair. Yay.
I grab a caramelized apple and pass it up to him.
Fuck yeah!
This doesn't have to get any worse. Put your hands in the air and stop moving.
You know the fuckers who ruined my drinking.
He's drunk as fuck.
If you don't stop and let us bring you in, we're gonna have to continue to fight.
Where's my drink?
You have an empty mug in your hand.
I believe that was the intention he had.
Oh my lord.
I need me another drink.
A couple of them begin to approach you and try to put you in manacles again.
Are these the normal manacles, or are these the super manacles from before?
It looks like the original manacles they were putting you in were just like, oh, it's just some fucking drunkard, just put him in the manacles and just bring him over and take care of this. And you kind of push the guy off, like you ripped those in half, and they are bringing out like some heavy-duty fucking thick wrought iron, like chains and clasps.
They're bringing out the good shit.
Are you gonna let them?
I'm gonna bring the fucking cup out and be like, "Where's me drink? Give me a drink." Would you like me to roll strength?
I don't know if Alte actually called it out or not, but I will shout out to the guards. He is very drunk. I don't think he actually means any harm necessarily.
Yeah, we can fucking tell he's drunk, but we can't take any chances. The two guards that were approaching you are going to try to grab you and put you in chains. Make a contested strength check against them. Yeah, you're kind of trying to throw them off, and it takes them a minute. But they are, in fact, able to wrestle you down to the ground in your drunken state and kind of bind your hands behind your back, kind of next to each other, so that they're like both like right at your tailbone, kind of facing out, just kind of tied there, and then they kind of it gets a little uncomfortable when they then clasp like your upper arms together, or not your upper arms, your lower arms, like right below your elbows together back there as well. But they do bind you in the manacles and in chain and try to begin leading you away to the guardhouse.
Can I have kept my cup the entire time?
I
want to keep this cup, man.
You dropped your cup when you got tackled.
No. I must get the cup.
I have a.
I need me drink. Where's me drink?
What is your question, Kestrel?
So I was assuming that Kestrel, seeing that this is apparently taken care of and figuring that she's probably done enough for today, is going to go back and try and find the party.
Okay, yeah, you make your way over to the guild hall.
I was just wondering if there is how close is this to the guild hall?
Well, you did say it took an hour to get there.
Yeah, it took them about an hour to get to where they are right now.
Okay. So I'll just be there like, do, you guys get back. I leave you alone for a few hours.
Hey, don't look at me. He's still the best. He gets the consequences.
And yeah, so Callium, yeah, no, they bind you, and they leading you off towards the guard outpost. The rest of you are probably sitting there thinking, rightfully so, fucking dumbass should have just gone with them the first time. And not made it worse for himself.
Alex just laughing.
Hey, I didn't attack anyone.
Even the strong fraud.
You're technically correct.
They all just attacked me. I could have attacked in self-defense.
You also...
In hindsight, you did punch a boat.
You did punch a boat, and you
He
did...
punched a boat he thought was a ghost boat.
And you did throw off the first ones who were just trying to take you in and start walking away from them.
Forget the roar.
What are you talking about? He just let out a hefty roar after finishing his drink.
And you critically intimidated them, yes. God damn.
That was the most boring murder I've ever witnessed.
That wasn't technically a murder.
No one died.
Actually died.
It's
That
very
was
disappointing.
an assault.
Oh, the person has to die for it to be murder then. Okay.
Yes, but you
Unless you're
witnessed
talking
was
about
an
crows.
assault. Police brutality.
Also, if that tells you how weak the guards are, it took all those hits to bring me down to slightly below half health.
They're not that strong!
I guess
Again,
that means we could have taken them, but I don't want to take on the entire city.
Now, if
I
some
wanted
people
this.
were smart, they would have kept an eye on the boat!
Yeah, do you
I would
guys
like to
look...
investigate the dent in the boat.
Yeah, do you guys look back at the boat?
Absolutely. I've barely taken my eyes off of the boat. I've just been kind of scanning back and forth.
Alright, it's still a boat.
totally boat.
I am going to... Where the heck is that?
Thank you for that little comic relief moment, Ender.
Yeah.
Yeah, things were getting a bit too serious, so...
I'm on a boat.
I want to cast Primal Awareness. I want to see if I can sense any undead or anything like that in the, well, within a mile, but I'm kind of more curious about just being closer by.
Okay. Aberration, Celestial, Dragon, Elemental, Fae, Fiends, Undead. Let me double check something.
And no, we are not in favored terrain.
You not sensing anything.
I mean, wouldn't he sense me?
Don't think so.
You are not a dragon.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
a
not.
half-dragon.
You're not a dragon.
You are not a dragon.
No matter what your stupid drunken state says. You're drunken stupor, that's what I was looking for.
Technically, I sense Alte over anything else since he's half Fae.
Actually,
Dude,
yes, you do
No.
sense one ping. Does this tell you what it? Yeah, so you do know what you sense. You do sense a celestial presence somewhere within the radius.
The radius is so large that's effectively useless information. But
there is one.
There is. Well, you don't know how many or their location, but you do sense a celestial presence of some manner.
Alright.
Alte would like to get a closer look at this dent in the side of the boat, just because, goddamn.
Nah, it's a big dent in the boat. Looks like he cracked a few.
Be right back, guys.
Cracked a few of the wooden siding panels.
I let Corland off my shoulders and kind of follow Alte forward.
My word, I've never actually seen someone deck a boat.
That was very impressive. Not to mention a fairly impressive hit on the boat itself. What? What? I didn't hear him.
I think he's talking to someone else. I'm gonna mute him here.
Okay.
I just realized my own little pun.
Oh, deck a boat. Ha ha ha.
It wasn't intentional.
But yeah, no, I mean it's a good size. It was a good hit on a boat.
I'd like to call up to the crew members. Excuse me. Hey, you aboard.
Yeah. What can we do for you?
Sorry for the inconvenience. We saw the mayhem happening over there. Or over here, I should say.
Yeah, what the fuck was wrong with that guy?
Very drunk.
Fucking hell.
Out of curiosity for you, this is a very nice boat. It looks like it is fairly new. How long have you guys been docked here?
We've been docked here for a couple days. Just bringing a shipment, over from, looking at my map here. Just bringing a shipment over from Mistwatch Keep.
Where is Mistwatch Keep? I'm not familiar with that place.
Oh, it's over out to the west a bit. If you look at the map,
Where the heck is it there?
which I will bring up for people watching stream.
That's quite a trick.
Tiny map.
You are in Sea's End on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And if you kind of trace up along the coast, back down the coast, and over into the swamp past the mountains, you will see Mistwatch Keep.
Oh, okay. Holy cow.
That's a bit of travel. Ooh.
Shit.
You,
This is a bit of a meta question.
Yeah.
Silent. What time in the day is it right now?
Right now it is roughly somewhere between like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And, well, I do ask this question to Alt, but what time was he here at, or June was here at in general, at least?
Roughly like noon.
Roughly noon. Okay. So I do turn to Alt and ask, and quietly ask him, what time of the day do you believe you were here at?
New-ish.
I kind of look back up to the crew. Excuse me, perhaps you can help us with a small issue we are having on our own.
Oh, sure, what can we do for you?
A friend of ours was seen down here earlier in the around noontime. Looks somewhat similar to my friend standing over here, only has a much softer, less plasticky face. Would have been roughly the same clothing though. He supposedly found a boat similar in size to yours, but much older, according to the reports. Have you guys seen anything like that around here today?
No, I haven't seen anything like that around here. I mean, we've been docked here all day, kind of moving cargo off. And just, I know you wouldn't know this, but June was using disguise self to look like someone completely different.
Yep. All right. Well, you know.
But no, they inform me that they have been here all day, basically unloading cargo to the, we've been unloading our cargo. We have a warehouse over there, and they point a couple doors down to a relatively large-looking warehouse.
I guess June just took a trip to the Upside Down.
Yeah. I actually remember the exact disguise I was wearing because I wrote it down. Colby. My disguise Colby, aka Hipster June.
Goddamn hipsters.
Oh, I can still hear Callium. He's still very drunk.
My word.
What kind of cargo, if I may ask, I hope I am not prying too much, what kind of cargo do you guys unload here?
It is interesting. You sailed like a quarter of the way around the island.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Continent.
curious.
I mean, whatever we get us to bring. I mean, we have a bunch of mushrooms and different herbs and plants and such that are native to the area around Mistwatch Keep and the palace.
Are any of these plants you have for sale here?
I mean, you'd have to ask the captain. I think he'd have to go through the company we're shipping through. I mean, maybe you'd be able to buy something from them. I don't really know what they're used for.
Where is your captain right now, if I may, again, forgive me for prying too much?
Should be over at the warehouse with a couple of the merchants, and taking inventory and stock.
Thank you very much for your time. And I turn back toward. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, he just kind of, yeah, and kind of gives a half-hearted wave. Fuck is going on today? And goes back to moving his cargo.
I turn back to Corland and Alt. Perhaps a little bit of investigation as to this warehouse that they are storing their goods at. And perhaps a conversation with the captain might help.
Maybe. You know, I realized I probably should have asked this sooner. Do I still have the buckler with me?
Or the medallion.
Well, it isn't either of those things, I know full well.
The buckler?
Pin. Slimy
Oh.
thing.
The brooch?
Yeah. Is that what that is? I don't even know what
No.
a brooch is.
You do not have that with you anymore.
Did I lose one of my sticks? Because I was using one as a light, but didn't have it on me when I passed out.
You still have all of your sticks.
Yay, I have all 19 of them. I lost one a while back.
Meta question again.
Uh-huh.
No, it'd be cheating to ask that, sorry. Never mind.
If it's cheating, I'll just tell you I won't tell you.
No, yeah. It's cheating and I don't want to ask it. Alright, so I kind of turn to start heading towards the warehouse, and I do look to see if Alton Corland will be following me.
Do I have any slime on my boots? Just want to make sure that they're clean.
Yeah, they're clean.
Okay.
I have a meta theory, but I don't want to go blowing that just yet.
Probably wrong.
Yeah, might be. Alright, so...
Continue.
Yeah, we're heading towards the warehouse
Okay.
to try to catch up with either the captain to ask him about his wares, and I kind of would like to try to, and I think I will, like, lean over to Corland and Alt and explain. I'd be very interested in getting some sort of eyes inside this warehouse if possible. I definitely will not be. Yes, I'm clanking along while we're doing this.
Yes? Do you need something? Sneaking's never been my thing.
Yeah, but it's June's. What, you two don't share skills?
He's not really talking to me right now.
What do you
Those
mean?
must still be conked out then.
You know, he'll have some sassy comments every once in a while, but I got nothing so far.
Is that distressing? That you make it sound as if it is unusual.
He's a loudmouth and hasn't been quiet in 4 years, so... Mildly?
Not surprising. Well, you say he's a loudmouth, and yet he's quiet as all hell around us.
I guess there's a difference between out loud and in loud.
I think that's a conversation between the two of you. Like you guys might have something to work out between each other. And I lean back over to
Oh,
Corey.
come on, that was a perfect opportunity for some joke like we're already between. There's nothing between us. Why are you talking?
Sorry.
Come on, what? That isn't valid.
Right, so you guys make your way over to the the warehouse. You
Yep.
see
Fine.
standing outside a kind of average height, very large, plump humanoid, human male, dressed in relatively nice clothes, large hat on his head. Next to him is a slightly taller gentleman, kind of grayish skin, not poorly dressed, but dressed in something that looks like it's seen a decent amount of wear, but was nice at one point. Kind of short stubble and almost like two small tusks kind of jutting out from his mouth.
Okay, I'm totally opening this conversation with, "Ahoy there, Captain Tusktooth."
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Ay. I guess Corland will open up this particular conversation. Oh yeah, pardon us. We are looking for the captain, investigating some sort of claim about a cruise ship around the docks.
The gray-skinned gentleman kind of turns over. Yeah, that's me.
I apologize for taking up some of your busy day here. A friend in the mask here has said that he had seen a ghost ship around the dock around noon. Your crew has already confirmed that they've been here in the particular spot the entire day, just wanting to verify the story, and also a little curious about what you're bringing around here.
He kind of spits. Yeah, ghost ship, no fucking bullshit.
I understand exactly where you're coming from there, but
it's all just
being a
stories.
man of the cloth.
Stories, tall tales, scare fucking children. No, we're bringing over some herbs and plants. From over around the palace.
A palace? Oh, so one of the mid-city area is getting some good stuff. Rocket.
What?
Sorry, old habits.
No,
you said you were bringing them for the palace?
Yeah, no, this is me saying, the fuck did you just say?
Oh, okay, just to reconfirm what the captain said, they're delivering to the palace.
No, from around the palace.
From around the palace, okay.
From Mistkeep.
So you're bringing around some of the good stuff then. Always nice.
I don't know what you mean by the good stuff. I mean, we have some of the different mushrooms and flower plants that grow in the swamps. Basic things like marshweed and other alchemical supplies for some of the shops around here. We just drop them off to the merchants, and the kind of, for lack of a better term, the very well-fed, aka the fat human man, kind of steps forward. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Might I inquire if you are looking to purchase anything?
We were a little curious, at least my heavily armed fella here was curious about it. Go on ahead, Warden.
Yes, I was very interested in procuring a few samples at least of what it is the captain here is bringing over from Mistwatch Keep and from the palace.
Well, what specifically would you be looking for? I mean, as he said, we have marshweed, all manner of flowering plants being brought over. a number of different mushrooms, fungi, primarily used in the druidic arts or in alchemical concoction. Are you an alchemist, perchance?
Yeah, that's questions more towards you, Warden.
Yeah,
That-
I know.
That was directed at Warden, yes.
Yes. I am going to lie through my teeth.
Okay.
I have dabbled in alchemy a little bit on my travels with my companions here, though not as much as I'd like to.
Make
As
me a
such,
deception
I am,
check. Finish what you're saying, then make me a deception check.
Alright. As such, I am
And
seeking...
this is where Corland face palms.
Yeah. As such, I am seeking some new materials to do some of my own experiments with.
Hey, roll me
So-
deception.
Yep. Yeah, 14's not that bad.
Okay. He kind of cocks an eye, kind of looking at you a little closer. I must say, I've never seen you around here before to pick up alchemy supplies. If you have a shop or a lab here in town, I'd be more than happy to bring over some samples for you there. Maybe in the next day or two. Where can I bring them to? Where's your lab?
Corland's just gonna check a little. Not quite a lab. We're adventurers. When he says he doubles, it means he's learning the ins and outs, trying to get all the little bits and pieces rolling. However, that still means that whatever letters you have, he's going to be very interested in.
Make me a deception check.
I may have a better chance at deception. Shoot, no, I don't. Yes, what?
You got this. I believe in you.
I may have ruined this.
I-
Please, don't fuck me now.
What is this?
There it is.
Oh my god.
I'm screwed. I screwed us. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh, here it is. Okay, I was looking around for this. Unfortunately, I remember where she lives. But first let's see what Corland does. As I just kind of
Corland's already fucked everything all hell and back.
As you say your adventurers, you kind of see him kind of recoil a little bit. Of course, your adventurers, just kind of learning the trade as a hobby, of course. I mean, if you're so inclined, I can bring some over to the guild hall in the next couple of days. Kind of get a better feel for your level of expertise. I might have at least some wares that might be suitable for you.
That sounds like a plan to me. What do you think?
Well, let me see here.
Yeah.
He starts kind of making a couple of, like, you can see him making, like, mental ticks in his head. I mean, I can bring over a few materials. Say that would run about 100 gold.
Ouch.
Follow up, boys.
I
is-
do not have that kind of money.
I've only got stuff 47 at best.
I was gonna say, he is looking at you, Warden.
Let's see here. So, alright, well, unfortunately, that plan of mine probably won't work right now, as,
Oh no, we're totally screwed.
but, unfortunately, I do not have those kinds of funds available to me at the moment. Kestrel, can you help me out with something here real quickly? I thought that I wrote this down somewhere, but I can't find it anywhere. What is your mother's last name?
It's
He's pawning the dead off onto your family, Kestrel.
Whitsorrow. Okay.
Oh no! I gave it to him too. Oh, no, he said it. Okay, never mind.
Okay. There it is. I knew I wrote it down somewhere.
Oh my god.
Alright. I just didn't have it in the right note area. That's somewhere else. Why the hell was it there? Okay, well that idea is not going to work anyways, so, yeah, no, metagaming, I was planning on saying that he could deliver them to Tasha Whitsorrow's place and give her the address and everything, as I was kind of figuring that she comes off as a bit more on the arcane, alchemy, that kind of fun stuff. But, yeah, that idea is not going to work anymore.
It could have.
It could have, but unfortunately things did not go that way. So yeah, I explain it that I just don't have that kind of funds on me right now, unfortunately, and I might try to slide in there that I was actually partly asking for myself and partly asking for a friend as well, though I'm not so certain that this arrangement will unfortunately work at the moment.
Yes, well, if either of you happen to come into the funds, you can always feel free to stop back.
Where is your shop located at, if I may ask?
I have a number of shops around the city that I sell out of. A lot of times I will sell my wares on commission at other locations as well. We also have a number of prestigious individuals that will come and buy in bulk directly from the warehouse. The Sorceress Academy, a number of the alchemical shops within the city, places such as the Withered Moss, for example, will come down and pick up their wares from me. Some very fine, reputable establishments.
I just realized I do not believe we asked either of you your names. Very inconsiderate of us. May I ask you your names? Hey, this guy's saying he's gonna do it on commission, so I gotta find out who the heck he is so I can find his wares later.
Alright, let me open up my notes page here.
You did this to yourself.
Yes, yes, you did.
You
Now I
all
only
did this.
exasperated the situation.
You all did this to me.
Hey, that just makes me feel a little bit better now.
This is not the module I've had prepped for the past 2 weeks.
And yet you're gonna have to wait another 2 to get it going.
You gave me downtime and had. You gave me downtime. I'm going to wander off and find something completely different to do.
And I'm gonna make a freaking bag. What else do you expect from us?
One of these days, I expect myself to actually
No better?
come up with just a sheet of like 1,000 fucking names that I can just pull from.
Isn't there like a random name generator thing for D&D somewhere?
Yeah, a lot of them suck.
Ah, okay.
I completely and utterly have no idea what's going on. Not really.
We took over your investigation. Now it's turned into a talk with a merchant.
And a captain.
You're buying
Right,
alchemist supplies. Okay?
Well,
Oh, you had to bullshit on our way out of something.
we're trying to figure out what happened to you, Alte. Or June. Or whichever.
The merchant's name is Edard Millowell.
Millowell?
Edward Milloware.
I'll put it in
Milloware.
chat in a minute. And the captain introduces himself just as Jork.
Captain Touchtooth.
I'm sorry, but Captain York. Captain Jerk.
Kind of how I feel about my players.
What's
good.
wrong with you? We're not doing anything wrong.
I
I'm just standing
know.
here. I don't know what you're on about.
That's the problem.
I mean, I probably could have bullshit my way through this far better than they could, but it's just having fun watching them fail.
Yeah, we
There you go.
kind of made the situation a lot worse, unfortunately, with sadly with the
We should have had Kestrel with us.
or Callium.
We should have
Yeah.
known better.
The merchant is Edard Millerwell. The captain introduces himself as Captain Jork.
If we have anything across the sea we have to do, we can at least check in with Captain Jork to see if he's headed that way.
And leap back over. Are you sure you want to take passage on a ghost ship? I do try
Why
to do
not?
that.
Hey, Corland's just gonna shrug and go, why not?
They're dumb. And all look, you're sure. I have no idea what these two are doing. Like at all. I literally just kind of passed out standing here for a few seconds there. I'm just looking for my father. Human, late 20s, slightly taller than me, brown hair. Last I saw, he was down here and messing with a ship that looked very similar to yours, but far more sea-worn. I have no idea why they're saying ghost ship.
Corland's just gonna give him, like, hurtful glance.
What, you just made that up on the spot for no apparent reason.
Anime eyes.
Like I said,
Well, shit, I did.
ghost ships are just legends. Just
Exactly.
old tales made to scare fucking cows off the seas. Just so you do know, he did also introduce his ship to you, which is the Umbra.
Also,
Ooh, I like the name of that ship. That's a nice name.
Also, in case you didn't know, some drunkard punched your ship.
Watch already has them. I'm pretty sure your crew will give you the whole details. Oh, dumbass.
They'll take care of him. Yeah, stuff like that always happens around the docks. They'll probably get charged for the repairs, fined, some jail time.
Fuck you.
What did you say, Ender?
Fuck you.
That 30 platinum is going away really quickly.
And none of it from Kestrel.
Nah, we're just gonna leave him in jail for a while to be fine.
Yeah, those of you who have resided in the city for a while would know that he would get charged for the damages done, he would get a fine from the city, and he would normally probably have to spend like a night or two in jail. And that night or two in jail is now probably like a week in jail.
Oh, jeez. We're gonna have to call it a favor with Gipsy, aren't we?
And
She's not gonna be very happy with us again.
that fine has probably gone from like 5 silver to like 5 gold for
that's a lot.
resisting arrest.
That's not nearly as bad as I was expecting. Although the damages are the
Oh.
part that's going to be expensive, I'm betting.
That's
Yeah,
like 500% increase. It's like,
Taking a look at the damages to the ship, with the work that's going to be done, because you landed a really good blow on the ship. They are probably going to have to replace a good chunk of that part of the hull and get it repaired, because it could potentially be a leaking hazard, and they'll have to get it resealed and refinished. Probably looking at about 400 to 500 gold pieces in repairs.
Ouch.
You realize a normal sized boat is like fucking 500 gold, right?
So yeah, that's a good chunk of it. Okay.
So they're replacing the whole ship, basically.
They're doing some good repairs on the ship.
Really? A ship only costs 500 gold? Wow, that's cheaper than I would have expected.
I'm pretty sure that's the base price of a ship.
A ship only
What was
costs
I talking
500
about?
A ship only costs 500 gold if you can find someone to buy it from for 500 gold.
What was I talking about?
Got a point there.
I was talking about something.
You were talking to the captain about trying to find your long-lost father.
Long lost. He's been lost for like an hour.
I haven't seen anyone that... does your father wear a mask too?
Oh no, that's my thing. I'm extremely ugly.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to
Come on,
be.
nothing about that either. Don't mind that. No, he's a human, 20 something. He always looks 20 for some reason. I don't know why. This tall, really long brown hair.
No, can't say I've seen him. June, make sorry, Alte, you've kind of been sitting here. Make me an intelligence check. With advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Ten.
Not that much better.
Okay.
Really don't care.
Yeah, Alte gives no fucks. Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Was there any other ships like yours in dock lately? I mean,
Not that I've seen. And there's the big fucking ships. I mean, there's always a couple small ships coming and going, but I haven't seen any our size come in or head out today.
oh,
Why,
then.
Did you think your father might have gotten on a ship?
Dumb enough to probably, yeah.
I hope not. We find stowaways, we just kind of toss them overboard.
Good to know.
Say that again?
I say good to know.
So if you're gonna stow away, kill the crew. No.
If you're gonna stow away, don't get caught. Or don't stow away, one of those two. I don't know.
Either or.
Well, I have nothing else to say. Something, alchemy, yeah, whatever.
I think with that, we kind of turn around and start heading back towards the guild hall.
Okay, yeah.
Let's take enough of your time, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your patience. You have a wonderful day.
You as well. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again in the future.
Aye.
And you come.
Aye, that we will, Master Eddard. Thank you again for your patience with us.
Yes, no, of course. I'll eagerly await your purchase of alchemical supplies.
Yeah, alright. Probably will. I am an alchemist myself. Let's go then.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I'm a sage. My specialty is in alchemy.
What the fuck, man?
You're just sitting here watching them dig themselves deeper into a hole for like a half an hour.
I believe in you guys completely. I'm sure you can figure your way out of it.
I call bullshit.
Oh my god! Holy fuck! Oh! I'm actually crying. Oh my god!
I was waiting for somebody to speak up. Nobody else spoke up. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll go ahead and say I am. The awkward silence part.
The alchemist is just watching people pretend to be alchemists to try to get information.
I hate you right now. Hate you.
Oh my god! Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Oh.
Great. Now we're going to have a dead DM on our hands.
If that's how he dies, that's how he dies.
Oh, all right. The four of you, three of you, make your way back over to the guild hall. Kestrel, what are you doing?
I'm assuming I got back to the guild hall and they're not here. I would be treating myself to a nice dinner.
How nice of a dinner.
Pretty nice. Like, you know, some pasta, maybe a glass of wine. Nice salad. That sort of thing.
How
It's been a good
nice,
day for Kestrel.
How nice of a wine are you having?
A nice Chianti.
And are you having like a bottle or a glass or a couple of glasses?
Just a glass of like some, let's say, you know, pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good.
Like top shelf, but not like the specialty, or
Like middle shelf.
okay. Okay.
I want to say, like, just for narrative purposes, there's a brand that is sort of middle shelf, but Kestrel really likes, so that's what she's getting.
Okay. In total, that will cost you. I just want to double check. I just want to double check this here. Notes.
I should also probably find a money changer sometime soon.
That would probably be useful. Okay. So the meal is going to cost you 16 silver. A glass of a decent, nice wine. Put it at 2 gold pieces.
Easy enough.
I would sure hope so.
Like I said, I should probably find a money changer, because I've got 30 platinum and 4 gold.
I mean, if you want to change over a couple of those platinum at the guild, they can.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
I probably wouldn't recommend changing over all of it, or you'll probably hit your carry capacity.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like,
Do it.
let's do 5 for now.
Okay. And just a reminder for those watching, we are not using the standard 10-to-1 conversion. We are using a 100-to-1 conversion for money. So that is 500 gold in exchange for the 5 platinum.
Yes, this was the most valuable egg I've ever seen.
Probably realistically only valued at like 5 or 6 platinum.
But the guy was, yeah, a bit scattered. Yeah, no,
But
Don't
the
feel bad
character
about
you
that.
sold it to.
Yeah.
Yep. Now I know where
Nice.
to go if we find any more exotic stuff that might be interesting to him.
Hey, here's a
What?
cheat. We can sell him Jorha.
No.
That
What do you
would
mean,
work
boss?
at most once.
That feels unethical for several reasons.
What do you mean you're gonna sell me, boss?
You're not here anymore. You've despawned by now. This is 100% a meta. I am not at all doing this in character.
Alright, so yeah, the three of you return to the guild hall. You see Kestrel kind of sitting lazily on a nice chair with a fine meal and a glass of wine, looking all posh and proper.
I turn to the other three. Rock, paper, scissors has to tell her.
Tell her. Tell who? What?
Well, mostly about Callium.
Oh, right. The drunkard.
Yes.
Okay, very well.
Alright, I will.
Hey, you can. All right.
All right.
So that's a paper.
I was gonna say, rock is 1, paper is 2, scissors is 3. Everyone roll a d3.
That works for me.
Roll a 1, a 2, and a 3. Dang it! Every time.
All right.
Oh my god.
1.
What are we rolling for?
Who? You're not rolling anything. This is Corland, Alte,
Okay, so
and a
Corland and I
Warden.
have to roll off.
Oh, did I lose? Is
Yes.
this how it works?
Yeah,
Paper covers rock.
so June, you, Alte, you're the one who is apparently telling Kestrel about
Oh yes.
Callium.
Okay.
Oh.
That was fun. All right then.
And with that, we proceed back
Alright,
over
walk
to
over.
Kestrel's table.
Yeah,
Good afternoon, Miss
Kestrel.
Kestrel. It's pleasant to see you again.
It's good to see you as well.
Kestrel, you look up and you see June wearing a mask.
Have I seen Alte before?
I think you've seen him the most.
Yeah.
Okay. Alte, if I'm not mistaken, yes. Good to see you. Is June not here for the moment? Or I've never really understood how that works.
Oh, we're typically both here, to varying degrees. He's been unusually quiet for some reason.
Well, I hope it is not
Oh,
a bad
well.
one.
Oh, also, I lost a game. I don't know what the game was, but it was quite fun. So I'm supposed to tell you that the drunkard got drunk and punched his ship, and is now arrested.
Which drunkard?
The dragon, the one that looks like a half dragon.
Yes, Callium. Why would he punch a ship?
He was apparently convinced it was a ghost ship and wanted to prove that it wasn't.
And of course, the intelligent person that he is, his first thought is to inflict property damage in order to disprove his theory.
I believe he's been drinking all day.
That is concerning, but it is not entirely surprising.
I don't even know where they got the ghost ship from. I merely said the ship looked different.
What issue has he gotten himself into with punching this ship? I don't see him.
Not
here,
sure.
but
He walked over, punched a ship, and then a large number of people with spears came over and tied him up in trains and dragged him off.
So they are going to just throw him in the drunk tank for the night?
For walking, maybe?
Yeah,
It
Warden.
took them a lot of effort.
Oh,
And there it is.
And he left a sizable dent.
the man can handle his own debts. However, they are applied to him. There is something that we must do, and we can help in this process, perhaps, but I am not paying for any damages he caused.
Hmm. Right, they are.
Neither should any of you. They should come out of his own wallet.
Oh, someone's gonna help the dumbass out. He needs to freaking learn. He needs to learn from his own mistakes.
I do feel slightly responsible for him, however. I did offer him if he would like to join us, and I guess I didn't consider the fact that he was very, very drunk.
You can't predict stupid.
That is fair.
Yes, it is usually more of the I don't know what I expected, but this is even worse than that.
Yeah, just to clarify for you guys, it wasn't just like a dent in the ship. Like he landed like a solid, like full strength blow on this ship. Like he, like it was like his fist like made contact with it and like carried through a large portion, so it like tore through a few boards. It cracked like the surrounding boards.
Wow. Callium, you're really strong.
Have
Yeah.
maxed out strength. What do you expect?
Callium is really strong.
He's as strong as a humanoid being
Right.
without magic.
So,
Like realistically, it looks like the ship was, in terms of damage, like hit by like, you know, on old line ships, how they had like that front shooting like swivel gun.
Yeah.
Basically, looks like the ship just got shot with that, except it kind of had like a lot more resounding surrounding impact.
Wow.
yes, he dented the ship, as I said. That, I believe, is the best word.
That's
So I was
not
say
intense.
dented. The surface was pushed in.
Dented the ship.
That's probably more appropriate. Like I said, they are going to probably have to, for the ship to be seaworthy, like replace like the front right like
Quadrant
quarter
of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable for like 200 or so gold.
Like,
And this is assuming too it was like a ship that's worth about 500, which given the economy is very different, we have no confirmation of.
I mean, it wasn't like a small ship. It wasn't large, but it wasn't small.
So medium, is that a word for that?
Yeah, like it wasn't like it's the ship is like
Schooner.
for a 2-mast ship. It's small, but it's still like a 2-mast ship with like a sleeping quarters and a hold and etc.
All right.
And you know, there they are now. Like, we have to repair this in like a foreign port. Like, this is gonna suck.
Medium
Yeah,
large.
no, that could be expensive. Well, do any of you know where they took him? There, as far as I'm aware, there are multiple holding locations within the city.
You said they were taking him to the guard post right on the docks, right?
I did not say where they were taking him to. They dragged him away, presumably to holding somewhere.
Ow. I thought you said they were just taking him over to one of the holding areas right there on the docks. Okay.
I mean, if he had just gotten arrested, probably.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
I'm asking that too!
The only other thing of interest that happened today was June got knocked out, which I didn't know was possible. Should not be actually physically possible, but it happened apparently.
Well, again, there's a distinction. You can't be put to sleep. Like, if
Characters
you
can be wrong, okay? Characters can be wrong about how their abilities work.
Okay, I see what you mean now. Yes.
Yeah. It's
Ever
arcade.
since I've gotten an ability to not be knocked unconscious, I've never been knocked unconscious.
Okay, I see. It's not you complaining about it. It's
Char-
Alte or June.
Character
I'll
comment.
tell he's convinced the fact that he cannot be knocked out.
Got it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so we went to try to help Alte here find June again, but well, as you heard, stuff got weird.
Not really. Drunk guy walked over and punched a ship because he convinced him it was a ghost. Which I don't know would have happened if he was right.
Well, to be fair, the weird part was the fact that June got knocked unconscious on a ship that originally apparently did not have anybody on it. And
I think.
when we got there,
Once again,
the ship had people on it.
What do you mean it had no one on it?
Well, that's the way that Alte here explained it originally. Was he found an abandoned ship that looked very worn out. When we went to go check out said ship, he led us to his
Sorry to
spot.
interrupt. Didn't he also tell you that he found a severed head on it?
Yes, he did. Yes, sorry.
No. Did I?
I believe you did, yes.
Yes, you did say.
Oh yes, I did,
medallion.
because he used the mage hand.
You said the medallion. Yeah, I'm reiterating this all to Kestrel. Yeah, there was the head, the medallion. He did mention that the ship looked abandoned. I don't think he mentioned that there was dead crew covered in moss in it. But there was slime all over the place. He did mention that. And he mentioned that the ship looked derelict. To a certain extent.
What was the ship like when you actually went there?
Brand new. Barely looked even more than a few months old.
It has a hole in it now. Well, it dent.
What are they hauling?
That was the part that got me interested. They were hauling around different fungi, other alchemic resources that they had gotten from... Shit, what was the name of the place?
Yeah, they said that they were hauling mushrooms, flowering plants, fungi, and other alchemical materials from the area near Mistwatch Keep and around the palace.
Yeah. I'm trying.
I don't know.
So, you went onto a ship which contained a large number of alchemical and herbal ingredients and saw something strange?
Well, we didn't. He did.
But are you sure it was not some sort of effect from some herb or mushroom?
That is my curiosity. I wanted to procure some samples from the ship, but unfortunately that costed too much.
Why did you not just ask them if they had any that were mind affecting?
Because you weren't there.
I wasn't paying attention to what his plan was.
Yeah, meta. I was muted the whole time just thinking, come on guys, just ask.
Honestly, I just wanted a couple of the samples to find out if any of them were mind altering.
To be fair, as a reminder on a meta level as well, the ship looked like this to June before he went on board or near it.
Yes.
But
If
I mean, who
anyone
knows what
points
June
that
actually
out.
ate beforehand?
Yeah, it might have been some bad pizza or something. Who knows?
I think he had cabbage.
Well, that make you gassy, not necessarily make you see things.
Depends on the cabbage.
Hmm.
If you eat cabbage and you start seeing things, you either got the really bad cabbage or the really good cabbage.
Oh my god.
It could have been an illusion. That might have been something.
It also
I couldn't clean the moss off.
If we are considering the possibility that this did not actually physically occur, could it be some leftover effect from the items that he accumulates?
Well, the way he described it to us, at least, it sounded like he got knocked unconscious after playing around with this medallion he was just mentioning, which makes me think that that might have been a cursed item.
Did you ever mention? This is out of game, obviously. Did you ever mention to them that the individual who knocked you unconscious knew your name?
No, I don't think I even mentioned him.
Okay, fair.
Whatever it is, it appears to be something strange going on.
Indeed. Do you think there might be anybody around here who might know more about this? I'm not really certain where else to go to look for information. But this does
I'm not
sound
sure
strange.
myself if we do not know what sort of thing we are really dealing with. If I knew that it was a magical effect, we could perhaps ask some of the mages or my mother or Truth if he ever gets back to her. If it was
No,
something
the ship was
alchemical-
also normal. Remember, I can remember that. June, for some reason, decided to identify the ship. And it was just a ship. If there was anything magical about the ship, or was under effects of magic, I would have known that. But nope, just a ship.
Another thought. How long has this ship been moored at that particular location?
They said for a couple of days. I did note we were there in the early evening, whereas June had showed up apparently around noon-ish. I don't know if that time period matters at all.
Is it also possible that perhaps you were looking in the wrong location?
I look at June. Or Alte.
I don't know.
How certain are we about the specifics of any of this, really?
I mean, I was just trying to help Alte here find June again.
I was just looking for the ship. It was interesting.
That too. So, no, we don't have any real details of this. It just sounded strange that Alte, June, whichever one you are, got knocked unconscious while aboard the ship and just after playing with some medallion. So, I was curious to find out more information. Find out why he got knocked unconscious on a ship that seemed to have nothing on it. Except for a severed head. And slime.
That seems odd to me as well. Another thought occurs to me. There have been some issues with undead in the area recently. Could that perhaps be related?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to have a dead ship in the harbor, but I did not sense any undead in the area. I have an ability that can help identify undead. Within a mile, there was nothing, and we were standing right next to the ship. I did get a ping of Celestial. But I am unable to identify where exactly.
Alte,
Hmm.
you would be aware that... Actually,
Would he be aware?
let me do it this way real quick. Alte, can you hear me? Let me try this. Can you hear me? Illiren? Illiren? Okay. Illiren, can you hear me? What the fuck? Illiren, can you hear me? Okay, well this is probably... Can anyone else hear me?
So I can
Yeah.
hear you. You were out for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to pull us to a different chat, but... Illiren, are you there?
Don't forget he's... Oh. He's gone. Now he's back.
Illiren, you
Okay.
there?
Sorry.
What's up? What's up?
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try pulling us off again.
That was weird.
Can you hear me? Illiren. Hello?
What is with it? I cannot connect if you forcefully pull me over. But it's...
Huh.
I don't know what's up with that. That's weird.
Yeah, no, that is weird. Okay, Discord errors. Alte, you would be aware that, well, the mask allows you to take, like, control of June's body. Reactions to magic would not normally detect you. It would still show as... Like, if someone tried to, like, detect what you were, it would detect as, June's race. It would not detect you as a Celestial.
That makes sense. The mask itself isn't really anything magical about it. And
But for
what is
whatever...
not really there.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, his magic did seem to detect you as a Celestial.
In all honesty, my first thought was the ring of summoned celestial I had.
No, that object wouldn't be that wouldn't be detected as Celestial until it was actually used to summon something.
Okay, that was a lie. My first thought was actually Ferris, who is a celestial most of the time. But then I remembered he's dead. Second thought was the ring. But then that's just an object. Third thought was myself. That does make sense. Fourth thought was hot dogs, because I'm hungry.
But yes, it did seemingly, from what you can tell, it detected you as Celestial. Which it would not normally do. And I will bring us back up to normal chat if you want to reconnect on your own, so you don't get muted.
It's really weird. It's not even the fact that it's muted. I couldn't hear either.
Huh. Well, I'll bring myself back up to the chat. You bring yourself back up to the D&D chat, and we'll see if you can
Okay.
hear and talk and whatnot.
I'll race you. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, at the level we're at, 175 gold. If you get like decent like ingredients or parts
Alright.
from enemies we fight, that shouldn't take too long.
Illiren, can you hear?
I win.
Nice.
I just need to find another face spider egg and sell that.
Back to the
Alright.
sewers.
I mean, it might not be worth as much the second time.
That is
It's
that is
not
actually
new.
absolutely true.
Just imagine it now. Candle, office. The professor spends his entire department's budget in one day.
A
All
year's
right.
budget in one day.
So yes, Alte, you have that information and knowledge.
We
Yours-
should probably wrap up soon. It's past midnight.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys to
Is it?
stop the RP for this section.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much rounded up.
Well, Alday would like to just do one thing before we just finally sign off.
Yep.
Probably one of the few times he ever really willingly does this, but yeah, he'll try to take his mask off.
All right.
Let June take back over.
This
Everyone explodes. The end.
this is actually a great thing to leave off on. Yeah, Alte, you bring your hands up to the mask and try to remove the mask. It does not come off.
Dun dun dun.
June is still conked out.
Yeah, the mask does not come off, and you still cannot hear anything from June. And with that, we're gonna wrap it up for the evening.
While the rest of us are going to be real jerky to Illiren and Alte for the next upcoming session. What do you mean you were the alchemist this whole time? We were all waiting for some alchemist to speak up, and you didn't.
Oh my god.
You didn't ask.
I loved it. I loved it.
that was
great,
brilliant.
man.
The most pointless like half hour of their lives, and it is great.